Alright, I'm in the shop again today. We've had an inch and a half of rain uh, yesterday, and it's been mist and rain all morning this morning. So I'm in the shop. I just went to John Deere and got some parts, and this is what I'm working on. There's the hood over there on the lathe. It's 2630, but that ain't the reason I'm making the video. I've just cleared 100 subscribers, and I'm really proud of that. I want to thank everybody for watching and commenting, and I never thought that anybody would watch my silly little videos. I just put them up because I wanted some people I watched to see what I was doing and see that I had similar problems, because, you know, every time I go to meetings or something, you sit and talk to an old farmer or somebody, a mechanic, and they'll talk to you because their wife or their kids or nobody wants to listen to what they have to say when they want to talk about crankshaft bearings and plowing the field and planting corn and stuff like that. So it's nice to have a family on YouTube that you can talk to and people can see what you're doing. So but yeah, thank you for everybody that subscribed and watched my videos, and I really didn't think it'd go this far, so thank you again. Yeah, the 2630's been in the shop probably since early spring, and I tore it apart because this idler gear, well, everybody I talked to said that these two little gears down here at the bottom, and those are balance shafts, go clear through the engine, take the vibration out, and everybody said them gears had a lot of backlash, and the engine had a funny rattle in it, and it wasn't piston slapping and rods knocking. It was just a funny rattle at an idle. Once you revved it up, it was fine. So everybody said them gears had too much backlash, and just a tiny bit, and I think that's in these other gears. So I tore split her apart early spring here, and it's been sitting kind of like DU says, the rest of life got in the way before I get this project finished. So, but I tore it down for that, and I come to find out there's a bushing in here and a bushing in here, and these gears would flop around on there, and those are the idler gears. This is the camshaft gear. That's the injection pump gear, but this is the idler, and that is a lower idler for the oil pump and these two balance shafts. And this is what I found. These were the bushings out of them idler gears. So I replaced those, and I replaced the shafts they sit on and the thrust bearings, and I just got it back in time and got it back together. And my son came out and he says, of course the oil pan's off of it, because you had to drop the oil pan to get the bottom gear out. He says, you're going to look at the bottom end of that. I said, well, I don't know. Wasn't going to. So he conned me into that. He says, you better take a look at it. You got it that far apart. All right, well, I dropped the main bearing, and get over the light here. They ain't bad, but they're kind of stained, and well, that's not bad. I think the tractor sit out all its life. It sit out. When I got it, the hood was all rusty, and it was rust colored. It wasn't even green, but I painted it. But I think it had water in the oil at some point, and I think that's what stained these bearings up. I pulled down number 2, and it's stained a little bit. Got a little bit of scoring. Focus, you think. Got a little bit of scoring. It's a little bit of discolored. Yeah, that's number 2. But I pulled down number 3, and this is what I found. A little bit of scuff in there. It ain't through the plating, but it's a little worrisome. So I rolled the crankshaft around, and I can't find that there's anything wrong with the crankshaft. But I'm going to roll some new bearings up in it and get this thing back together. So I'll show you the bottom end here. I don't know if you can see that. It looks a little funny there, but I can't catch my finger in it. This is the main. This is number 2. Piping away. That's the good one, but this was the bad bearing. There's just a little bit of a mark there, but I can't catch my finger in it. So, and these are the balance shafts. There's a weights on there. It's supposed to take the vibration out of a 4-cylinder engine. So, yeah, I'll probably have to drop the oil pump off there. So, I'll get to these other bearings. So, anyhow, that's what I'm working on today, because it too wet outside to work in the field. I only have about 13 acres of beans to finish planting, so probably the next video will be a crop report. So yeah, the water pump, it was rebuilt before I painted it, so I don't need that. The hydraulic pump was rebuilt before I painted it. So yeah, get this done. This will be a good tractor. It's a 70 horsepower. Got new fenders on the back and a new seat. So, and I like it. It's got power steering, a little bigger than that 820, but I got to get her back together. So, thanks for watching. Thanks everybody for subscribing.